Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope you guys are all doing well out there. It's your boy, Pascal.
And your girl, Sandy.
And welcome back to another live impromptu, The Real Beef with S&P. Man,
Yeah.
it's been one hell of a day. We had a really great conversation about Tina Turner, giving her some love and the respect that she rightfully deserves in a random impromptu live. Now we got you another live, but this one we got a very special guest that we're going to be bringing on very, very shortly. I can't wait. He's a good friend. He's been on the show multiple times, so it's great to have him here to grace us with his presence. So if you have any questions revolving around this particular topic, which is still absolutely crazy to me, okay, really wild, please be sure to ask those questions in the chat. And also, if you're a first-time person checking out this show, please do us a favor. Hit that like button down below. Yes. Crush it, make it scream out your name. And do not forget to subscribe, baby. Subscribe. We are working very hard out here in these streets to give you guys the conversation and the information that you need for the day. And we are marching our way towards 1,000 subscribers. So please help us out. Help this little train that will, okay?
Period.
By hitting that subscribe button, all right? Anyway, we got to get into some things, guys. We got some conversations we got to get into. Now, you see the title above or down below, wherever you're watching the show right here. Okay, let's keep it real, all right? We got to do a abrupt stop on the music. Let's keep it real, okay? We are in a very interesting situation. Well, we're not in a very interesting situation. Cardi B and Tasha K are in a very interesting situation. In fact, actually, let me say that again. Tasha K is in a very interesting situation. She has just filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, y'all. Okay? And if you guys don't remember, we're going to give you kind of a quick trip down memory lane of some things that recently happened. Let's just so you guys know. Cardi B won a full-on defamation case against Tasha K because Tasha K was out here running that mouth, saying things that she shouldn't have been saying on the internet, on her channel, which has millions of people who watch her show, that to the point where she had to now pay Cardi B $4 million. I think it's like 4 point something. It's something crazy like that. But we all know about this infamous defamation trial and how Tasha K lost. Okay. I mean, she straight up lost terribly. And now we're in a situation where she is now reportedly filing for bankruptcy. Okay, after she's been ordered to pay $4 million in this defamation case. Okay, now, first, before we jump into this, before we bring our guest on, I mean, we have got to, we can't not put in our 2 cents about this, okay? Period. So I'm gonna, let me just say this really quick before we jump into all this and before we bring our guest on and all that. Let me keep it real, okay? People, this is not what you do. Keep your mouth shut. Okay, this is the reason why I use articles all the time. This is the reason why I lean on the periodicals hard, because I would not want to be found on the receiving end of a defamation lawsuit against a very rich star. Let's just keep it real. So I'm going to lean on articles and say, hey, this is what the articles are saying. And also, let's not forget to say allegedly or alleged. Period. Okay. That's kind of the best way to go. Now, Tasha K, huge YouTube star, huge YouTube presence. Okay. But now we're learning from her what not to do.
Right. When
you're content creating in this way. Keep your mouth shut. Stop putting out rumors, whether they're true or not. If you don't have solid evidence behind it, don't put that information out there, because you never know. These stars will catch you and slap a case on that ass. And then next thing you know, you're going to owe $4 million. So we should all walk away from this and learn something from this. Be smart on what you're saying. Sandy, what are your thoughts?
Man, listen, I knew this shit was coming. Okay, I was just waiting for it to happen. Okay, I was waiting. In fact, I am surprised it didn't happen sooner. Okay, I was literally waiting for her to file bankruptcy, whatever form bankruptcy it was going to be. I knew that this time would come at some point. Okay, because at the end of the day, she done tried to go to appeal the stuff. The shit got denied. Okay, she owes this woman the money. Okay, she owes this woman the money. Okay, and Cardi's coming after that ass. She done took $9,000 just recently from Tasha K from what she earned from her YouTube channel. Okay, and I guess Tasha was like, "Oh hell no." Okay, we got to do something. And the beauty of bankruptcy, okay, and not necessarily that I want anybody to have to want to file for that, okay, at any point in your life, okay, because if you're filing for bankruptcy, there's something not necessarily working your way. But the beauty of filing bankruptcy, whatever form bankruptcy you choose, and in this particular case, Chapter 11, it's going to stall a lot of the things that she's trying to avoid right now, simply because she's filed. So now it's almost like having a legal brick wall up.
Yeah.
Yep. To be able to prevent any additional garnishments, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Does her having filed Chapter 11, okay, mean that she's not going to end up owing Cardi B that money? Not necessarily, you guys, okay? Because this is a defamation suit. Yes, it's a someone coming after her for her money, but this isn't Amex, okay? This isn't Citibank, okay? This is a person who sued her, okay? Filed a lawsuit and won. So with this, she's going to be now able to stall the process, restructure business-wise a bit so that she can come up with a payment plan, et cetera, et cetera. With that said, okay, listen, this is the most expensive mistake a blogger could ever make. And just as you said earlier, there ain't nothing that comes, okay, from this particular case that you need to take from it is, child, watch that ass and don't put nothing out there that you don't know verbatim. If you weren't there in the room when the shit went down, you better say allegedly and keep that shit pushing, because your ass might be in this same exact position, okay?
Right,
so, yeah.
right.
Y'all, Tasha K is a lot smarter than people think. They give her credit for, I would say that. But yeah, good luck to her. That's my thoughts.
You know, and it's funny because we got a comment here really, really quick. Debbie said, I feel bad for Tasha. No, you don't.
Look,
I'm sorry. No offense, Debbie. I love you, Debbie. You know, I love you. But no, you don't feel bad for Tasha. Tasha made this bed and now she's lying in it straight up. Listen, she even went on the stand. There is transcripts of her admitting to lying to her followers, to her viewers about things that she brought up onto her show, that she would fabricate things just so that she has views. That is bad. In my personal opinion, I'm surprised she still has 1 million followers, 1 million viewers, and all that stuff. I honestly, I just don't feel bad for her. You made that bed, you're gonna lie in it, okay? But we got to bring our guest on, okay, because this man knows his thing around that paper, okay, the money, all right, because obviously nowadays everything's digital, but you know what I'm saying. Those zeros and ones, those plastics, those, you know, Amex cards, all that stuff. Please welcome our good brother. Please welcome Pocket Watching with JT. I don't know what happened. It was not working for some weird reason.
I was like,
it did not want me to win. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
It's all right.
My brother, Pocket Watching with JT, Jason Thornton is in the house. Please tell everybody who you are, what you do, and all that before we get into all this mucky muck.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate the invite. I am Jason Thornton. I am a certified financial planner. I'm a financial advisor that specializes in giving tax and wealth planning advice to my clients. I also play around in these YouTube streets as well. I have a YouTube channel that is this close to 75,000 subscribers. So if you like to hear about money topics, I also give financial tips. I do a call-in show where we can talk about financial topics. You can also call in with your financial questions. If you like that type of stuff, subscribe to Pocket Watching with JT.
Yes, please go over to his channel right now, Pocket Watching with JT, and that photo up on top looks very familiar. Right. Yeah. That was a great time. That was a great conversation. I appreciate seeing you in the flesh and everything. That was really, really dope. But still, y'all, go subscribe to his channel. He covers a lot of really, really great stuff. And I promise you, you will thank us later. Okay, definitely go check his stuff out. Now let's get into this conversation, okay? Because there's a lot that we need to talk about here. And well, does she not have money? Does she not really have the money? Let's just start there, man.
That is a good question. Well, first let's talk about bankruptcy in general, because I think people get a little confused or exactly how bankruptcy works, right?
Or do that. Start from the
we got to kind of start there. So
101. Yeah. Let's start.
What is bankruptcy? Bankruptcy is a legal tool that individuals and businesses can use when they are over leveraged with debt. If your debt is far beyond your ability to repay that debt, you can use specific bankruptcy laws to give yourself a pause or give yourself a reset. Now, in general, there's two types of bankruptcies that you can go through. In general, there's more than that, but in general, there's two. The one that most people think about, and I'm sure when they heard this story, this is the type of bankruptcy they thought is going on, is liquidation, right? Chapter 7 liquidation bankruptcy. In this situation, you're basically throwing your hands up and you're saying, listen, I ain't got it. I owe way more money than I can ever pay back. I need the courts to come in here, look at all my financial information, approve that I do not have the ability to pay these people their money. And if the courts give you their rubber stamp and say, yep, you can't pay it, they will discharge the debt. The debt goes away in effect. The debt collectors can no longer bother you about it. It's done. That is chapter 7. The other type of bankruptcy that you can do, individuals or business, is called reorganization. The first one was liquidation. This is reorganization. This is different. In a reorganization type of bankruptcy, what you're saying is, listen, times are hard. I'm not done yet. Don't put me in the ground right now. I'm not done, but times are hard. And what I need to do, I need everyone to back up, give me a minute, and I'm going to come up with a payment plan. I'm going to figure out a way to get everyone paid off. I try to come up with some kind of agreement, and I'm going to try to get y'all paid, but I need y'all to back off, because particularly in this type of bankruptcy, in chapter 11, the person or the business entity is saying, listen, you coming after your debt is harming my ability to operate the business. And if you harm my ability to operate the business, then nobody's going to get their money. So back up, let me figure out how I can set up a better business plan and a payment plan, because I might have to downsize. Maybe I need to lay some people off. Maybe I need to take a better look at my business expenses and make some adjustments so that I can do a payment plan. I think it's around like 5-year payment plan where I can get everyone paid off. Or there's also some backdoor settlement deals that you can do with that payment plan that's normally over 5 years.
Okay, so what do you do with an angry Dominican woman that wants $4 million? What do you do with that? Because is she really going to be like, yeah, let's do a 5-year plan, or let's do a back whatever you just said a second ago. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, or don't mean to downsize what you're saying, but like a backup plan, or or whatever. Cardi B is not, at least the vibe I'm getting right now, is that she's not going to budge. No. So her filing chapter 11, is it really helping her? Is it really buying her the time that she really needs, or no?
Well, yes, effectively, as long as she is following the proper rules, she's not lying on documents, and we may get into that a little later. As long as she's actually following the process as set out by the bankruptcy laws, she is giving herself some wiggle room. So this is basically what could happen in this situation. Filing chapter 11 is going to put everyone on pause as far as the people who are coming after her for money. Even if ultimately the chapter 7 bankruptcy filing does not end up successful, you're still going to get that pause. The moment it's filed, you get that pause from the creditors. Now, as far as Cardi B actually doing some sort of settlement offer, like you said, I don't believe that's going to be the case. I do not believe that Cardi B is actually going to offer Tasha K 1 penny less than what the court says that she owes. I don't see that happening. But based on the bankruptcy laws, as long as Tasha K and her attorney, who's hopefully representing her in this, as long as they follow the bankruptcy rules to the letter, then Cardi B doesn't have an option to have to deal with the 5-year payment plan. That's the law. The court will force her to accept that 5-year payment plan. What the court can't do is make her settle for less than what she's owed.
You got something, Sandy?
No, I was going to say, literally just kind of piggybacking off of that. So I know a lot of people are kind of wondering, like, how with this, right? So Cardi B is going after this money. She done filed Chapter 11 at this point, right? She done garnished the wages. Okay. Now,
Tasha K, right?
Tasha K. So essentially what you're saying, that judge can throw this whole entire thing out.
No. Let me do it. No. Cannot do that. Cannot do that.
They can't decline it.
No. What the judge or the trustee could do is say, okay, Tasha K has created a feasible payment plan that over the next 5 years, it can get everyone either whole or extremely closer to whole based on this plan. And the judge and the trustee can basically say, Cardi B, you have to accept these payments because this based on the law. Now, they can't say, okay, you got to forget the whole $4 million. No. But they can say, no, this payment plan makes sense. I know you want your money now in whole. She doesn't have the ability to give it to you now in whole. She has the ability to set up a payment plan over 5 years to get you your money. And they can say you have to accept the payment arrangement.
There you go. Because I know that was one major question I saw a lot on the blogs when they were really releasing this story. It was one of the things. It was like, oh, she ain't gonna get her money. If she gonna get her money, they're gonna throw it out. And some people were arguing in the comments, saying, well, hold on, this defamation case, you can't really throw that out. It's a defamation case. It's not it's not like a standard creditor type of thing. So I want to make sure that we made that clear too, because I think some people think she's going to get out of it completely by filing Chapter 11, and that is not the case.
And it gets so, listen, I'm not an attorney. I have a lot of clients who are attorneys, and I do advise my clients when they are in financial situations like this. When it comes to bankruptcy laws, it can get really sticky. So there are types of judgments against you that are not discharged, even in a Chapter 7. We're talking about Chapter 11. But even in a Chapter 7, there's particular things that won't get discharged. There's certain taxes that won't get discharged. There's student loans that won't get discharged. There's also judgments where maybe you have some sort of reckless harm of another person that won't get discharged. And I have seen attorneys argue that certain forms of defamation fall in the group of malicious harm, torts. Right? They're trying to say that this form of defamation was malicious and it was direct. And because of that, they have argued that it should fall in the place of it should not be discharged in Chapter 7 based on that. But once again, she's filed Chapter 11, which is reorganization, not liquidation.
Perfect. Now that we have that clear, she on the hook, y'all. Okay, she's still on the hook.
It's not over.
So we clear that up.
It's not over. So, that's the question I was going to ask you then too. Obviously, JT. It's like I'm going to ask Sandy that question.
I might have known the answer, dag nabbit. Shoot, JT, I appreciate you, but I'm saying,
my sister's a genius. Everybody. Now let me ask you this then. Okay, so let's get down to the meat and potatoes here. Okay. Real talk. Does she have the money or no? And it's a compound question, everybody. It's a compound question. Does she have the money or no? And if she doesn't have the money, how's she gonna get that money? How's she gonna pay this? How's she gonna pay Cardi B off $4 million.
Right. Well, it's a tough question to answer. Based upon the court filing, right? Based upon the court filing, right?
Yeah.
And I gave you the document. We might share it a little later. Based on the court filing, she does not have the money. She does not have the money whatsoever. If you are to believe, right? If you're to believe what she has filed with the court, in total financial assets that she has, I'm not talking about any real estate. I'm not talking about personal properties like cars. I'm talking about money and investments. In total money and investments, she claims that she has less than $100 to her name.
Okay. Let's get into it, shall we?
Okay.
We got the paperwork. We got the paperwork. So let's take a look at this. And I got to blow this up because it be small.
Yeah.
Like on screen. And I know some of y'all still holding your iPhone 4s. So it be small up in this big. Okay. So now this is okay. So talk us through this. Okay. Because some of us don't know or they want to understand this paperwork and these filings. And obviously I'm trying to cover certain things because of I don't want to dox or anything like that. I'm going to try to be respectful of that.
And I got it. So the particular document that you have on the screen right now, there's several filings. But the particular document that you have on the screen right now is her disclosure of her monthly income. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right now. This is the information that she provided to the court to show what her monthly income is. And she's saying that her monthly income is a little under $3,800, I believe it's
$3,873.34, an equivalent of $22,346.62 a year. And for a fact, I'm sorry, that's a doggone lie. Okay, no. I'm gonna be real. That's a lie.
Well,
that's a lie. Do you know
we can't say.
Let's
we
be
can't
real.
say we know for a
allegedly. Look, allegedly
for a fact.
Allegedly, that's okay. My bad. Allegedly,
right?
Allegedly, a whole lot.
You got somebody who is over millions of subscribers. She's got her own paywall website where she's making money off of that as well. She has these exclusive interviews that get millions of views every single time she does any huge interview that are huge and scandalous and all that. 22,000, really 22,000?
Well, all right.
I don't know.
Let me play devil's advocate to give you an idea of how the system can be twisted to make this a reality. Okay. So while we know the Tasha K brand, right? So let's make a difference between the Tasha K brand and Tasha K herself. Well, I can agree with you that the Tasha K brand, based on all relevant factors that we know, makes way more than $20-something thousand a year. I can agree with that. The Tasha K brand, absolutely. That's what we deal with.
There we go.
That's what we deal with here.
Semantics.
So the brand can be making hundreds of millions of dollars, but Tasha K, the individual, could feasibly only make around $22,000 or $23,000 a year if she is an employee of her overall brand, and that's the amount of money that she allocates to herself as an individual. Now, where it kind of falls flat on its face is if we go to the other document. The document that you had up originally shows, it's a 3-page document that simply shows what she's reporting as her monthly income. There's a much larger document. There's a 44-page document that I sent you. And on page 12 of that document, we see a breakdown of her assets, right? We get to see what she claims. Page 12, page 12.
Yeah, I just, the only reason why I'm doing this is because I want to make sure I'm not doxing.
No, I got you.
You know what I mean?
I'm looking at it right now, and it's just financial numbers on page 12.
Okay, let's just do that. Hold on. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, perfect. So part 8, the bottom part, on part 8 of page 12, we can see what she claims are the total of all of her assets. And the bulk of her net worth, in a sense, a bulk of her assets is her cars.
Her cars.
She's saying the majority of her value is her cars.
So she
and
sold her car?
That's 40. No. It's just saying that's the market value. Like, she still has the car.
Okay.
But this is what the car that she currently owns is worth. And she's saying vehicles that she possesses is worth about $46,750. That's the bulk of everything, because outside of that, she has personal items like maybe jewelry, furniture, stuff like that. Those personal items are under $12,000, $11,750. And this is where I was talking about total cash assets. We're talking about money in a checking account, money in a savings account, money that you have in a retirement account, like an IRA or a 401k or a CD, all these different type of financial instruments where you can put money into, like a money market account. All of that, the things that the common everyday person views as, do you have money? She claims she has a total of $95.56.
Come
okay,
on, man.
I have to chime in on this part here,
though.
okay? Because I got a question.
It's not really alleged.
Right.
See what I'm saying, though? Okay,
Look,
go ahead, Sandy.
Look, here's the thing. All right.
Come on, man.
So now, look, semantics. Okay. Clearly, we know there's a lot of different ways to kind of structure things.
Right.
To look good on paper or to benefit you in some capacity on paper.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
With that said, and with her having filed this Chapter 11 and with what she has listed here on this paperwork, right? A lot of people are saying that they think that she done hid her money in Africa. Okay. Because y'all know after all of that, that she flew out to Africa, was out there for a good minute and a half. Okay. Hanging out there for a little while. Pot thinks that the money's in Africa.
Just about to say
that
it's probably in Matumbo's credit.
Somewhere out there.
Somewhere.
Right.
Okay.
So people are saying, she's done unloaded some things. She's moved some things around, that type of thing. My understanding is that she allegedly sold her house. It was a little over $1 million in Atlanta. And she's now allegedly maybe in Florida. You know what I mean? That type of thing. She's been kind of free floating everywhere. Right.
Right.
With that said, okay. And not to say that you do this where you hide money for people, but when it comes to this, because I ain't putting it out there. Okay.
Right.
But with her filing,
do you hide people?
But do you have people's money?
Listen.
But here's the thing: how the money money that people think she's hiding. Okay.
Right.
Is it possible for her for those things to be discovered, and how so? Because I know there's forensic accounting and that type of thing. At this point, after her having filed this Chapter 11, does that now mean that Cardi's lawyers have the right to now bring in forensic accountants to now scrub everything through to see if what she has on this paperwork is true?
Yes,
does she have that opportunity, or
that's a great question. So there's many points to that. So first and foremost, let me defend my profession as a financial advisor, right?
Yes.
Those
of us, money, brother.
Right, those of us who are reputable, I'm a certified financial planner. Those of us who are reputable, we do not hide money. That's the street term.
Okay.
In the actual real world, we just refer to it as proper estate planning. We do estate planning issues, and with estate planning, we make sure that we structure our client's financial situation to protect them in cases like this. So it's not hiding money; it's the difference between tax avoidance, which is legal, and tax evasion, which is breaking the law.
Which is right. Okay,
hiding money is breaking the law. Estate planning is absolutely legal. So
damn, I was going to talk to you about a laundry.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what we can do. What we can do.
Start my own car wash.
Of course. All right. So can Cardi B's team get some forensic accountants in there to see where the money went? Absolutely, they can, but they really don't have to as much, because the court is also going to do some of this too. Now, the court's not dummies, right? The courts aren't going to just accept these documents and say, okay, Tasha, thank you for the information, and then leave it 100% on Cardi B's legal team to verify the information. The bankruptcy court themselves are going to require certain documents be filed and certain financial disclosures be made so that they can also verify this information. So to also get to the last point about, okay, what if she's playing a shell game? She's moving money around. She's getting money and property out of her name so that she can make this look real. So she can say she does not have it. Well, the problem with that is, and this is something that they teach us in CFP school when you become a financial advisor and we talk about bankruptcy, you can't all of a sudden start restructuring your financial picture right before you file for a bankruptcy. So there is a term that we refer to as a clawback. The bankruptcy court, probably along with Cardi B's legal team, are going to be interested in this. But the bankruptcy court is going to pay very close attention to the financial transactions that Cardi B made over the past year. And if they look and they see a lot of money being moved around, money and assets being took out of her name into family members' names or friends' names or into a business name that was previously in her personal name, well, I mean, she just wasted the money and the time to do all of that restructuring, because the bankruptcy court can absolutely claw back and to get those assets and make them a part of the bankruptcy filing, because they'll say you did it simply to shield yourself from this judgment, and that's not what the bankruptcy laws are for.
So the streets, so the financial streets is watching.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So no matter what, no matter how many ways she tries to hide this cash, however many ways she tries to finesse, let's see what I did there. No one caught it. We're moving on. How she because she has a song with Cardi B with Bruno Mars.
It took me a second, but I got it.
Oh my God! Okay.
But so Tasha K, I'm here all day, guys. So Tasha K, no matter how much she tries to move her bags and tries to be, tries to be slick with it, they can still find it. They'll still be able to find it.
Because it would be clearly a short-term thing. I mean, if she would have done this like 5 or 10 years ago, and then they can easily argue that it was not set up that way to specifically hide her assets because of this judgment. But if we see these financial, like if we look at a 5 or 8 year window and we see very little activity, very little estate planning maneuvers being made, and then immediately after this judgment, there's a lot of activity and things are being moved around, it does not take $1,000 an hour attorney to show the court this was done just to hide the money. Right? It's not going to be that hard to show.
So what is it that they need to do to prove that then? Because this could this be a possible thing where she, she signed everything to her man, moved it into Matumbo Credit Services out in Africa.
LLC, LLC.
Could it be in a Swiss bank account somewhere? Just like she moving money, like she Wolf of Wall Street up in this business. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like
even if it was legitimate. So let's say those financial transactions were 100% legitimate. She was not making these transactions to hide it from the judgment, right? Even though most people would think that she was making these transactions to hide it from the judgment. Even if she can kind of prove that they were legitimate, you still can't hide it from the bankruptcy because it happened within the threshold of a year. Right? You did it within a year. Then now all of a sudden you are filing for bankruptcy. They're going to say, no, we're going to require you to get that money back, or we're just going to throw out the case, because you can't start because this was specifically a question on the CFP exam where they asked the question to us as the advisor: if you have a client and they max out their credit cards 3 months before they file for bankruptcy, what's going to happen? Well, the correct answer is most likely that the court is going to throw the case out, or they're going to demand that they find a way to make those credit card whole before they file for bankruptcy, because now they're trying to manipulate and perverse a law that was really there to help people who are financially stressed. You caused more stress because you knew you were going to max out your cards right before filing bankruptcy. And this can kind of be related to that. If she's moving or she's getting in on business deals all of a sudden, they're going to say, no, you were probably motivated based off the fact that you thought you can get out of ever having to pay that money back.
I do have a question. Piggybacking off of that. Now that she's filed Chapter 11, What happens from here? She's going to continue to put out her videos, right? She's going to continue to make income. Keep in mind, YouTube is not her only source of income, allegedly. Okay. I'm just guessing based on me being an outsider looking in as anyone else watching her. She's got brand deals. Okay. I mean, hell, she done trolled Cardi and this whole situation just, earlier this morning with some kind of deal with some outfits she done had on, talking about some this particular brand fits within my budget, and then hashtag I ain't got it. That was literally right before the news broke, so she knew this was going to go. Obviously she knew that it was going to come out today, right? So now that she's filed this Chapter 11, okay, what happens from this point forward for any of the deals that she's getting, the additional the money she's getting from YouTube, the money she gets from brand deals, and any other things that she makes on her website that she makes money from? Does she have to now disclose real numbers on a consistent basis as she earns that income, including her sponsorships, etc.? So everything that she comes in with. Okay.
Absolutely. So I've been on cases where I was working with a client who filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and we had to report monthly to the court the current financial situation, if they got any new source of revenue, or their revenue picked up, or if their revenue went down. We had to consistently report the financial situations and start making payments, even though the payments weren't quite agreed upon yet. We still started just making payments into something like an escrow account that would have been released to the debtors, right? Well, to the creditors, if the agreement was made. So right now, what she has an opportunity to do is to get some wiggle room. Maybe that lien or that levy that she had with the YouTube money that might get released to Tasha K, so that Tasha K can actually continue the operations of the company. So if Cardi B is intercepting her YouTube money, and now Tasha K no longer has the YouTube money coming in, she can make a pretty good argument to say, well, if I don't get any of that money, I got people on payroll that I have to pay. I have equipment. I have all these things I have to pay to continue to make money. And the court will look at that and they'll say, okay, this situation makes sense. If we give 100% of Tasha K's YouTube money to Cardi B, that is effectively shutting down her ability to make money, period. Right? So maybe we'll come up with a better payment plan where we can release money to Tasha K. Tasha K can continue the operations of her business, of her company, so that at the end of the day, we can still get money paid to the creditors.
Makes sense.
Does she have the... Is she ever gonna pay off this money?
He wants to know if she got the money.
I want to know if she even has the ability to pay off $4 million by herself, not with her man, by herself. I mean, I know if there's a will, there's a way, but at the same time, like, if you're not making money and you got your $4 million in debt to somebody else, and you only make what? You only have $95 in your mother-loving bank account right now. That's a long trek to get to $4 million and paying her back. So I'm just curious, can she even pay this back in time or at all?
That's a good question. I'll answer it like this.
Please.
I'm not a wizard. I didn't go to magic school. I went to business school.
That part.
But I can tell you this. Based on the filing, Tasha K thinks that she can pay this off. And the reason why I say that Tasha K believes she can pay this off is because she could have filed Chapter 7. Chapter 7 is throwing your hands up and saying, I ain't got it.
I ain't got it for
Chapter
real.
7 is saying, hey, you can take everything I got, other than the stuff that's protected. So there are certain assets that you can have that are exempt from the bankruptcy process of the court coming in, taking all your stuff, selling it off, and then giving the money to your creditors. Now, if she believed that she could never pay this off, she should have filed Chapter 7. She filed Chapter 11 saying, I can pay this off. Just give me some time. Let me set up a payment plan. So she believes she can pay it off.
Oh, my Lord.
Hey,
Go ahead, Pat.
So did Tasha K fuck up? in filing the wrong thing. Maybe
No,
she
well-
meant 7, but it rhymes with 11, so she just did the 11. Did she muck this up or no?
Man, I'm gonna listen. I can't wait
What's
to hear
Good
this.
question. Okay, so it's pocket watching with JT. So I did a little bit more research, and this is not Tasha's first interaction with the bankruptcy court. I have a filing from around, I believe, 2011, where she filed bankruptcy before. Back in 2011, she filed bankruptcy before, and she filed Chapter 7. So she's not a newbie. She knows the difference between filing a Chapter 7 liquidation and filing a Chapter 11. I don't think she made a mistake. She knows the difference.
I'm hollering.
Listen, look, as far as like I said, I mean, people underestimate the fact that she's willing to fight tooth and nail. Okay, to prolong as much of this shit as possible, just as much as Cardi. Like they're gonna just continue to go head to head, and that's just that. Because Tasha's not gonna make it easy for Cardi, and Cardi is sure as hell not gonna make it easy for Tasha.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it goes back to something my father told me when I was 9 years old. My father told me that a person has one or two things. They either have time or they have money. If a person does not have time or money, they're doing this whole life thing wrong.
Right.
And I feel as if Tasha has more time than she has money, and Cardi's got more money than she has time. So it's going to see them bumping heads for
a long time.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing this forever.
It's just going to be back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So it's a chess game. It really is. It's a chess game. Like, what's Cardi's next move? I mean, at this point, things are kind of stalled for the most part, right? But you know what? Here's the thing. Now, how uncomfortable, and now it's going to sound a weird question, but rock with me for a second. Because I know a lot of people are looking at Tasha K and, because she still was trolling Cardi B even after, the judgment was made and all of that. She still, to this day, obviously, she got a whole hashtag around it, okay? I ain't got it. She didn't make any sponsorship money off that shit, okay?
She really is.
For real. So people think that she, her persona would lead you to believe that she doesn't give a rat's tail, okay? That she's just like, I got this. It's whatever, right? I'm going to fight tooth and nail, but I ain't got it, okay? So she's just going to have to keep coming after me because that's just that. Now, being in her position, based on your financial background, could this all be a front and she crying herself to sleep at night? Because I know for me, if this was me, okay, one, I ain't gonna troll after nobody come after me for defamation or whatever. But I ain't doing none of that. That's one. Right. Okay. But two, I can try to put up a front all daggone day, but I sure as hell I'm gonna be at night doing the Olivia Pope like every night. Okay. I know I got Cardi B who's got nothing but millions and trillions of dollars or millions of dollars accessible to her. She can borrow money from her husband to make my life a living hell. Okay. So how comfortable is it really for her to now continue to run her business, do her thing, pay her bills, whatever? Because now she has to disclose all this information from this point forward. She really can't do certain things after having filed Chapter 11. Am I right? Like, are there certain things she's not able to purchase? Like, if she wanted to right now go and buy a home, because I know she sold her home. If she wanted to go buy a home right now, right? Could she do that? Could she go buy a car now that she's listed those other assets?
Can she buy McDonald's?
Right. But like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like anything, if she wanted to purchase a business, if she wanted to buy a car, buy a house, is she now at this point, now that she's filed, able to make those purchases? Or does she have to also run that by the court?
Yeah, I mean, she's absolutely going to have certain restrictions on the financial transactions that she can do if she wants to continue and stay in bankruptcy, right? If she wants to get the bankruptcy approved. Now, she can do whatever she wants, right? But what would ultimately happen if she falls out of line of what the trustee wants her to do or wants her to report, then they will just throw out the case. And then what would happen is all the collection activity will start back up. All of the levies and liens and all of that stuff will start back up. So she's free to do it, but doing it can jeopardize the bankruptcy protections that she's seeking right now. Now, as far as is she crying herself to sleep? I've had several different types of clients over my nearly 2 decades of doing this, right? And sometimes, I mean, the average person, absolutely. The average person would be crying themselves asleep. But sometimes you have an extremely adversarial client, someone who the money doesn't matter as much as the aggravation that they bring on the opposing party. And, you know, it's kind of being a troll. It's kind of being extremely petty, knowing, because think about this. We can all talk about how Tasha K took this big L in the $4 million judgment. But in reality, how much money has she paid, right? How much money has she actually had to pay? She paid some court fees. She paid her attorneys, but she hasn't paid the judgment. Cardi B, on the other hand, she's paid her attorneys. I'm pretty sure her attorneys got paid, right? So when we look at the two of them, I would say that Cardi B has probably been out way more money throughout this entire court battle. Cardi B is the one who spent the most money versus Tasha K. And if Tasha K is not playing a character, if the person that we see on YouTube is the person that she is in her private moments, she's probably loving this.
Oh yeah. I mean, she's obviously thriving on this. Let's be real. You know, the hashtag I ain't got it and all that stuff. I mean, she's capitalizing on it, and she's trying to turn it into a financial win for her at the end of the day too. And also, I think she's one of those people, or the vibe I get, is that she's the type of person is like, all right, you know, I may be wrong, but I'm making your day a living hell. And that makes me sleep really good at night. I don't care if I owe you $4 million. You are still sweating over this $4 million, and you may get it. You may not, over my dead body, but I don't care. I'm going to enjoy myself swimming in the African rivers and stuff like that, getting back one with my roots. I mean, literally, this is what we're seeing on. That's what we're seeing on IG right now. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting too. Yeah, Jason, that's exactly the same vibe I'm getting right now too. She don't give no damn. This is putting her name out there. People are still talking about her. It might be synonymous now to Cardi B, but now when everybody says Cardi B, they think of Tasha K. So she win-win. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, last time I checked, Tasha K hasn't had any type of hit records, but yet and still, you know, she's got the publicity that, you know, when their names are joined together, and I haven't seen her featured on any tracks. So it could be a win for her.
Yo, she might be on one of these tracks. Wait, wait for it. New Migos track is gonna be Tasha K, something like that. Watch that. But Jason, I want to say a big thank you for coming on to the show. I really do appreciate you, you know, so dropping that knowledge, because we all need to know more about these things. Real talk, because I mean, you never know, y'all. You might be watching right now going, I think I filed the wrong thing. Damn, I thought it was 7 when it was supposed to be 11 or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's always good to have a person in your corner that knows how to wash that money. I'm kidding. What to do with that money? Okay, don't wash the money. That's illegal. And we don't do illegal things.
Illegal, you guys.
But please go and check out Pocket Watching with JT. As you obviously can see, he's got almost 75,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. This man is awesome. You know for a fact, if you watch my show, my show, the Pascal Show, you've seen him on the show a couple times before. Very, very knowledgeable individual. Definitely go follow him. Hit that subscribe button. You'll thank me or all of us later. Again, JT, thank you so much for being on, my brother. Thank you
for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Never a dull moment. We'll talk to you soon.
You got it.
All right, man. Peace. Oh man, well guys, listen, I appreciate we appreciate all you guys for being here and checking out this show. For those of y'all who are watching and are just learning about the Tasha K thing, I mean, listen, let's be real. This is all, we all need to learn this stuff no matter what. We all need to know our money, how to handle our financials, etc., and all that. And for us YouTube creators out here, we got to be wary about what we're putting out there, what kind of content we're putting out there, the topics that we're talking about, the people in which we are talking about. That's why I say make sure you know exactly what the hell you're talking about and that you have proof, because man, you don't want to anger somebody who's got money. Money, and they got nothing but money and time. You know what I mean? To spend on you to try to destroy your life. And that's exactly what's happening with Cardi, with Tasha K right now.
Yeah.
She might be enjoying it right now, Sandy, but I'm just being real. Come on.
Look, you know what? This is the most intriguing case ever. When y'all remember back in the day, because I feel like this case has gone on for so long, and it's still not over clearly,
it's been
right?
Going on forever.
It's been going on forever. But when this made the news, when it originally hit, y'all not shocked? Like, I was like, nah, this can't be real. I didn't believe it at first, because I was like, no way that a celebrity like Cardi B, or any celebrity for that matter, is going to go after a smaller YouTuber, and Tasha K ain't small. Now, here's the thing. This is not the only case where this has happened. Like, right soon after, not too long after that, Nicki Minaj went after another much smaller YouTuber than Tasha K.
Interesting, right?
For $75,000, nothing too significant, but significant to somebody who ain't got it. Okay, or who may not have it, because I don't know her financial situation, and everything I say is alleged, right? But the reality is, it's still a nice chunk of change. Ain't nobody trying to give nobody else, because you put out a YouTube video, right? So it just goes to show how serious this truly can be. Like, check your actual factuals. Make sure you're doing what you got to do. Do your due diligence. Throw alleged in there. Try not to be malicious in your content, you guys. I mean, it's one thing to get a good kiki, you know what I mean? But at someone else's expense, like, chill the fuck out. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Absolutely.
There's some things that are just, you're going too far. Don't bring the kids up in the conversation, because kids should be off limits completely. That's something that's hurting words for people. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fighting words. That's what got this smaller YouTuber. That's what got Nicki riled up to go after her, was the fact that she brought her child up in it, and that's what popped that whole thing off. So
nosy hoes,
right there you go. So just be more cognizant of what you're doing, be aware, right?
But
because it's a very expensive lesson learned.
But you know why that happened? Because Cardi B did it. Other people get inspired. They get inspired. It's inspiration. It's like a virus.
It's like a domino effect.
It's like a virus.
Yeah.
They see it and then they go, oh, she did that and she got some. Well, she didn't get the money, but you know what I'm saying? She got her to shut up. Yeah. So then they go, well, I'm going to do the same thing that Cardi B did. Then you got Nicki Minaj. Then Nicki Minaj goes down to Iggy Azalea. Then it'll go down to, you know what I mean? It'll just keep trickling all the way. I don't know why I said Iggy Azalea. Don't come at me. But I'm just saying, another female rapper. Let's put that in there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you got all these. That's like bang, 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 bang. And it just turns into a domino effect. The next thing you know, us YouTubers that do commentary, that talk about things that are going on in the world, pop culture or not, suddenly start getting all these, get hit with cease and desists and all these lawsuits left and right because you just said their name. And that's where it gets very, very dangerous and bad. Hence the reason why I keep pushing everybody and reminding everybody, please, if you're going to be out here talking about people out the side of your damn neck, make sure you come with receipts. You got facts, you got hard facts, or that you're leaning on an article, a credible article, by the way. Don't give me no BS blog that comes out of nowhere that suddenly you got all these bugs and viruses on your computer because you went to that one website. Real talk.
Right.
A real credible source. That can give you guys the information that is true, rather than talking about beer bottles up the hoo-ha and all that other doing the nose candy and stuff and making up all these lies. That's when you're going to find yourself in a room with maybe one of your favorite artists, but now they hate you. And now they're trying to take money out your doggone pocket. And that's exactly what's happening with Tasha K. And if we continue as artists out here, as creators out here doing this, this will turn into a tale as old as time. And I don't want no Aladdin music up in this bitch. Okay.
Look,
so we
all
need
make it
to be
harder
on
for the
point.
rest of us out here, to be completely honest. You know what I mean? Because with things like this, rules and regs change and laws change and stuff changes and everybody else gets impacted. Okay,
Yeah.
so nobody else fuck up, so we ain't got no more problems. Okay, we
Yeah,
don't want
don't
to
be
make it
stupid.
harder for the rest of us to just have regular kiki conversations to wrap a taste.
Yes.
Okay, about what's going on in celebrity gossip without having to put all these blanket random statements on it. You know what I mean? To protect our asses from getting sued.
Exactly.
Okay, but no,
Exactly.
very hard, very expensive lesson learned. And even though she's not paying Cardi B very much, she sure as hell is paying all these attorney's fees and shit. She's paying something. She's coming out of pocket a lot of money. Yeah,
She
but
hasn't paid anything yet.
No, but she's paying these attorneys. I mean, it's still hurting Tasha regardless. It may not
Oh,
emotionally hurt her, but the reality is financially, she's putting out money. She's having to make all these extra moves just to shuck and jive and do what she's doing.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
She's going to have to work extra hard now. She's going to have to work just as hard as she did when she first started her YouTube channel. Remember, you know what I mean? Like when you like us, we're just getting started with this one. And there's so much work we have to do. There's so much just to get the engine moving so that people tune in and want to click on our stuff and all that. Imagine her starting from zero all over again. But she already has the views. She already has the subscribers. But she has to put in extra work just so she could pay this ish off. That's insane to me.
And the lawyers.
That's why, and the lawyers. All
the people that are helping her to structure this Chapter 11 situation. You know what I mean? She's not paying that to Cardi B. She paying it to somebody, y'all, because she's going to have to pay to get out. She didn't file it herself. She hired somebody to do it for her and to put the paperwork in. And then she had an accountant do whatever they were doing, right? So she's a little bit of a pickle, but it seems as though she got a little one up on this one right now. So we right here. Tasha's up here. Cardi's right here. We'll see how Cardi reacts because Cardi always responds. We shall see.
I'm gonna say this.
When I say respond, legally respond.
Yeah, no, legally respond. Obviously, Cardi be busy, like you know, getting plastic surgery and you know, doing her thing and raising her kids and being a mom.
She's doing music. She's doing features.
I forgot this. I was gonna say making music. Hold up. I'm just saying. No, she looks good.
I need her to come out with an LP. I need her to come out with a with an album though. I'm gonna need her to, you know.
She hasn't come out with something in a minute.
Now that this is on pause, I want her to go back to the studio and come out with her own because she's doing a lot of features and she ain't come out. I need her to come out with.
Yeah, the features are cool though. The features are okay. You know, the features are cool.
The features are fire. Look, the thing, look, the Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? Look, okay, but yeah.
If it ain't broken, don't, you know,
Cardi, go and drop an album right quick.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, you know, maybe she's just busy trying to be a mom. And
I love it because look.
And chase that paper for this paper from Tasha K. But I will say, I forgot what I was gonna say. Dag nabbit, but it's all good. No. But at the same time, hey, you know, obviously this story is still moving on, it's still growing. This is what I was gonna say. Clearly, what I was gonna say earlier. Clearly, Cardi B is, you know, aside from her, you know, doing her thing, you know, looking good and all that. Okay, because it seems like she gets better looking. I mean, now she's like she could stop like right there. She could stop. She's good. She's good. But outside of that, she has nothing but time. And she has a team. She has lawyers that she could just throw some ducats at and go, yeah, find a loophole through this Chapter 11 because that cash is going to be mine. I will liquidate everything that woman's got and I don't care. So look into that and thank you. And I'll give you an extra bonus when you figure it out. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen, I feel. But now I don't know if that can happen or not because
we don't have. She put that wall up.
Right. And well, that
legal brick wall.
But what I'm saying, that legal brick wall could have a hole in it. There could be a crack. That's what I mean by her going, hey, figure it out and I'll give you some more monies. Because to her, $4 million is probably pocket change to her. That's dollar menu, right?
But if it's pocket change to you, pass that over to
Hey, I'll take the 4.
I'll take that.
Okay. I'm working hard.
I got kids going to college. Later in life.
I got one on the way. I got one better. Okay. I got one on the way.
Look, mine are here though.
Hers are already alive. You feel me?
Mine are physically here though.
They're already here. You know what I'm saying?
I got 2 of them.
They've been here for a couple years now. They're fine. Mine is still brand new. Mine is still just about to come out. So you know what I mean? Like I kind of win. Okay. But you know what I mean? You already put your kids to the fire. They figured it out.
Look,
They live now. They're alive.
look,
You know what I
look,
mean?
Pop, we could split
thump
$4 million
chest.
though. We could split $4 million though. You know?
Nah, fuck you is mine.
I'll take
Anyway.
2/3 and you take 1/3.
How about I give you $1 and I take the rest? Okay.
You know what? Go on somewhere, bro.
But anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here.
Yes.
Huge thank you to Pocket Watcher with JT for being on the
Yes.
show. Okay, it really, really means a lot. Real talk.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really
That was
great having him on.
information. That was great information.
Absolutely great information.
Mhm.
But we're gonna have more shows like this coming up with other experts, etc. Funny commentary. You guys are all laughing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm glad you guys are laughing. That's what we're here
I
for.
just got the emojis. We got a little
Yeah,
delay. Both Pac and I have a delay when we're watching stuff. There's a slight
Easy.
delay on our end when we watch the comments. So
You don't have to explain that. Like, you
Look,
don't have to explain
I'm
how the
just
sausages
saying.
are made. You don't have to explain how the sausages
just
are made,
saying.
Sandy. You don't. You really don't.
saying.
You don't.
I'm
Okay,
just
but I appreciate you guys for being here. Please do us a favor. We appreciate you guys for being here. So
yeah, man.
I gotta get used to that
Yeah,
vernacular.
man. You forget about the other
Doggone.
piece of bread on the sandwich. It's like,
No. I eat my bread without the last. I eat it
You know what,
upside down
motherfucker?
without the other bread.
No,
You know,
okay.
I'm on keto. So,
Listen, we appreciate y'all for being here, okay, and being a part of our show, okay. Shit,
I appreciate you guys
Okay.
for being here.
and if
We
you want to
appreciate-
see more banter, okay, and us getting on each other's asses, do what the sign said right there. Hit that damn like button.
hit the like button.
Subscribe if you haven't already. Please share this particular live because there's a lot of misinformation out there about whatever the hell's going on with Cardi B and Tasha K. I think people are just confused. They don't know what's going on. So anytime you see that question, share this video with the next person and say questions are answered right here. And we will
There you go.
see y'all in our next video. Okay. And you already know we're going to be live next Tuesday. Okay. 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be live on Tuesday coming up.
Yes, we are. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at keto. So hit that
20 minutes later.
subscribe button.
Look.
Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Hit it, crush it as well.
Yes.
Okay. Don't forget to do that. I don't know if you said that. I'm sorry. If you did, I don't mean to repeat.
It's okay to repeat it because we really want y'all motherfuckers to do that. Do that right now.
Okay. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all y'all. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes. Have an
Enjoy
awesome
it.
Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, and if you're going to be out there kicking it, don't drink and drive.
Please
Call
be
a friend.
careful.
Okay.
Yes.
Or Uber. Okay. Or Lyft.
Lyft.
Something. Okay.
On a friend. Just make
One of
sure
those
they ain't
push-
been drinking too. Okay.
One of those push scooters or something like that. You know what I'm
Walk.
saying?
You could walk
Or just walk.
on the
Yeah.
sidewalk.
Yeah. On a sidewalk. Don't walk on the highway.
Don't walk on the street.
Okay. We want you here.
Okay.
All
Be
right.
safe. Be safe, y'all.
Be safe, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys soon.
Love
Peace.
y'all. Mwah.
Bye.